folks, this is Mr. Pash. This is going to be your first tutorial helping you to get set up with Photopea.com. This is how it's spelled right here, photopea.com. And it is a free photo editing software that pops up in your browser. And it's going to allow us to work with plenty of projects here. First thing we want to do is go to File, right up here in the top left-hand corner. We're going to want to hit New. And up here, you're going to see pixels first, but we want to convert that to inches. And we want to do 8.5, 8.5 by 11, or 11 by 8.5. Depends if you want portrait or landscape. Let's do landscape. We'll switch that around. DPI is set at 72 by default. Please change that to at least 150. Background's going to be white, and we're going to hit create here, and we're ready to rock. All right, with your inspiration page, by now you should have 3 examples. Let's drag those in. Take a while to load here. And it will pop up depending on the size of your photo. It might take up the whole document. We need to resize this down. So we're going to go up here to the Move tool. Okay, select that, this arrow here. And we are going to scale this down. And make sure you hold shift, because when you don't hold shift, this is what happens. Let go of your mouse, then let go of shift when you're ready. Let's drag the other ones in here. Repeat the process. Move tool. Let's scale down. Hold shift to keep it in proportion. If you don't hold shift, you'll see that kind of goes a little wonky there on you. Let's get the last one in here. All right. Might need to scale those up a little bit, but for right now, there's a good size. Allows me to work with the space. Look over here towards the right. We have 3 layers now. Photopea and Photoshop work with layers. Let's select the background layer. And even click off the lock right there. Let's fill this background layer with a color. To do that, let's grab our color picker. Let's pick something from an image here. Maybe something light or dark. Okay, I'm going to pick maybe this turquoise right here. Click where the cursor is. Now when I pick this color, check right here. This is your foreground and background color. Watch the foreground color here. Change to that exact same color. That's what color picker does. And we're going to move over to where you will see gradient by default. Click and hold, and you'll see our paint bucket. And click the paint bucket. And when you have this layer selected, make sure you're not on the image, because then you'll fill the image over with turquoise. And you clicked on the layer here with paint bucket selected, turquoise in the foreground. Boom. Got a fill color. Now let's add a different color here. Let's say this is going to be the color where our photos are going to be. Let's make a color for where the text is going to be. Let's make a new layer. Look at the bottom right hand corner right next to this trash can. This is a create new layers. Now watch what happens above the background layer here. Creates a new layer. And we're going to select a new color. Let's go light. Let's do this beige. Sure. And instead of the move tool, we're going to go to this marquee. We're going to make a rectangular marquee, and we're going to click and drag a section. Now we can change the size of this a little bit later. Let's just do it right about here. Let go, and you're going to get a selection. We're going to grab our paint bucket fill. Got that beige color in the foreground. We're going to click, and notice it only fills that selected area. Now once you're done with that, hit Command D on a Mac or Control D on a Windows computer. If that doesn't work, go to select. You'll see deselect up here. Deselect that. Okay. If you have a selection, it doesn't allow you to work outside that selection. So that's why we want to deselect when we're done. Now if we want to change the size of it, notice we get these what we call transform boxes here up in the corners. you can drag that down. Okay, this is the beauty about using different layers too, because this beige peach color, it's by itself. You can move it around. It's solo. Okay, and so you can change that at any time. And that will help you get started with the beginnings of your layout for the inspiration page. You want the 3 pictures in there, and you want to change some background colors. You can add some more boxes in there for fill colors for adding text a little bit later. But for now, this is going to get you started. Remember, use that color picker. Let's use some colors that represent some of the colors that the artist uses to add some repetition to our designs.